Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchan from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. Uh, we've started chapter 4 of the book You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, and that chapter is one that made the biggest difference in my life, which is let go and let God. And I know I've observed today that many people don't even know whether a God really exists because we are facing such times that you are starting to wonder. I mean, I was never there, sorry. Like most people are wondering, is there really a God? In my case, why I'm saying I was not there, because from childhood, from the age of 7, I've developed a fantastic relationship with God, but not as some super person standing there to give me everything. No, as a friend, as a real close friend. And I'm so glad I did that. Of course, it's not something I shared with people. It was something intuitive to me. The only time I shared it was when I was getting married to my husband. And I wanted to know what was his relationship with God. So when I asked him, he had just come from some talk and spiritual talk, I think, from somewhere. We used to be told by our parents, we want to go there, let's go. It had to be the family go. So whether he wanted to go or not, he had to do it because this is part of our culture. But he learned something from there. And then he was sharing it with me. And I'm like, okay, he does believe in God. And what he said was something so nice that it was something like that only. It was something like, for me, God is, you are my power, and uh, I am your puppet, something like that. My life's string is in your hands. Means you take care. You are the one who's doing everything. I'm not doing everything. So I was happy to hear that, and I'm saying, okay, this is the guy for me. I'm just joking here, but what I'm trying to say is that it was very important for me to know these things. And when he asked me, so, and how about you? I said, oh, God is my best friend, you know? And I kind of felt a little jealousy at that time. I'm joking. But this is what my relationship has always been. I could never sit, study scriptures, or, how do you say this? Um, do some kind of rituals. Rituals never made sense to me. So I always wanted to seek the truth, and I found the truth. It was not easy to find the truth, but they say the truth shall set you free, isn't it? So to seek the truth, I think, is truly worth it. And you will not believe anything until you don't discover it yourself. And this is what I bring to you now. What I have discovered has been the truth up to now in my life. And there's still more that I'm going to learn. But I know for a fact. How I know this? Because it changed my whole life. I came out of the 7 years of depression just by following the principles written here. Okay, so let's continue. So now he's talking about some religion, a religion called Mormon. Bob Proctor says, I want to tell you something. I'm not into religion. I don't believe in religion. I feel we are one. If there's any religion, it's called a human race. That's the only religion I believe in. So, sorry, where was I? I think I'm reading in the wrong direction right now. Give me a few minutes. Not few minutes means few seconds. Okay, here. The Mormon religion has a scripture in its doctrine and covenants which demonstrates this point extremely well. And although I am not a Mormon myself, I have grown to love these lines. There is a law irrevocably decreed in heaven before the foundations of this world upon which all blessings are predicated. And when we obtain Any blessing from God, it is by obedience to that law upon which it is predicated. DNC 130 2021. See, all we need to understand is that there are laws that govern everything in this universe. Everything. A blade of grass will not move without this law. It's as precise as that. We human beings form part of the universe. We human beings are spiritual beings living in a physical body, isn't it? And we've been given a mind to think. But we've been given the free will to think of what we want to think. And it's as simple as, are you thinking in harmony with these laws, or are you thinking against these laws? If you're thinking in harmony with the laws, you will only receive blessings in your life. And if you're thinking against the laws, you will receive blows in your life. That's as simple as it gets. It's your life. You get to choose. You get to decide. What are you going to choose? That's it. Make your choice and make a decision. The more you study the scripture, the more you will appreciate just how perfect it is. The more you understand its truth, the easier it will be for you to improve the quality of your life. Clarence Smithson's story. A number of years ago, when I was working in Chicago, Illinois, I became close friends with a man by the name of Clarence Smithson. Since Clarence is not a celebrity by any means, I am sure you have never heard of his name before. In fact, he is such a modest, self-effacing person that if he were to walk into a room crowded with people, you would probably not even notice him. Nevertheless, there is a certain indefinable spark in Clarence Smithson which makes him one of the most remarkable individuals I have ever had the pleasure to know. In an attempt to identify this elusive quality, I have come up with the following hypothesis. Clarence Smithson incorporates within his very being the principle upon which this entire chapter is based, namely, if a person will let go and let God, that is, have faith that whatever must happen for him to achieve his goal will indeed occur, all things become possible. And I can tell you one thing, when I was reading this earlier in Creole language, I could just think of my mother. She's exactly like that. Never confrontational, I've never heard her raise her voice on anybody. And her faith is deep rooted, strong faith. Every time something, I mean, she lost her own son at the age of, her son was 29 years old, my brother. How she stood strong, man, you should have seen. And we were all behind her. Though I thought I used to be like her, but still, I could not take it as she could take it. She's born on 15th August 1947. It's not by accident. She represents perfect freedom. One day I confronted Clarence and asked him to share with me his view of faith and more specifically his explanation of why he personally seemed to possess such a cornucopia of this important attribute. True to his nature, he explained to me he had not developed a complicated philosophy with respect to the subject. He said everything he believed about faith could be summarized in a simple definition. And it was this definition which gave him the strength he needed to endure the trials and tribulations in his own life. Faith, he said, is the ability to see the invisible and believe in the incredible, and that is what enables believers to receive what the masses think is impossible. I have fallen in love with this particular definition and I've shared it with countless numbers of people since Clarence first shared it with me. There you go. So we'll stop here for today. Now, this is something huge. I don't take this lightly. because this is what made the biggest difference in my life also. We look at faith as if it's, I mean, 95% of the world population is not understanding faith, I'm sorry to say, because we are looking for it in idols, in I don't know where. Here, you need to come here, center yourself in yourself, believe in yourself. You are the highest form of creation. You have amazing faculties of creation. You can create anything you want. Unfortunately, the world has been programmed in such a reverse way that it's taking time for people to come back. But this is the best time in history because people have become aware on how to get free from that, how to liberate yourself while still being alive. There was a guru who said, we are moving towards the fifth dimension, and man is still on the third dimension. If he doesn't take charge, he's going to be left behind. When I heard that for the first time, I'm like, what is he even saying? I've never heard of something like that. And then again, I'm thankful for my curious nature because I want to know everything. What are they saying? What does it mean? And when I got the meaning of it all, thanks to Bob Proctor, all I wanted to do was share this with the world and to just realize that so many people in the world are not even ready for the truth, but so many are. And if you are, this is going to change your life. So that's it for today. Join me in my 5 days live. I'm doing a 5 days live on Facebook to help you understand how you can attract all the money you want in your life because you can. And it's a phenomenal concept. I'll put the link below this video and make sure you join it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye bye. There's some